Dearly beloved in Christ, I hope that you are making a steady progress on your journey in this Lenten season. You live this season as though it's the only season, it's the first time you are living it, and it's going to be your last time. In fact, for some of us, it will be the last time, because next year may not meet us. There are Catholics who will die and be buried by June. Some will be buried by August. Even just before we begin Ash Wednesday 2021, some people may be buried. I may be part of them. Of course, I'm not afraid to die. I yearn for heaven. I have desired it. The only gifts God is not giving me is heaven. But I believe that, as I know that if I ask anything which is in conformity with His will, He will grant it. I know He will give me, but I think that He's telling me, my son, it is not yet time for you to come. I've given you work to do. That is why you were born on the feast of the beheading of my brother and cousin, John the Baptist. Go and proclaim repentance. Tell them the axe is already at the roots of the tree to cut. So I'm just doing my work, knowing that when I'm done, He will call me. But I'm quite convinced that I may not die a natural death. Even though I'm ready for a natural death, but I may die shedding blood. As I designed for us ordained the priests. That I live like Him and I die like Him. Hence my popular song, to be like Jesus, to be like Jesus. All I ask is to be like Jesus. Through all life's journey, from earth to glory, all I ask is to be like Jesus, to preach like Jesus, to preach like Jesus. All I ask is to preach like Him. Through all life's journey, from earth to glory, all I ask is to preach like Jesus, to die like Jesus, to die like Jesus. All I ask is to die like Him. Through all life's journey, from earth to glory, all I ask is to die like Jesus. Yes, so that is what I ask. He has given me the grace to preach like Him and like His brother John the Baptist. In fact, I would say it is against my desire or against my strength, because many times, even when I am prepared to say a particular thing, He decides to let me say what He wills. And so I'm in chains, like St. Paul. I have been overpowered by Him ever since I converted 25 years ago, when I was seeking my will. Now I seek His will. And that is why I believe in mercy. I believe in God's mercy for us. That is why I'll make cries. I will offer prayers of supplication. That is why I will offer tears for our nation Ghana and for the world. that if I should spend 8 hours before the Blessed Sacrament, it is just because I have to offer the world together with the Holy Father, to offer the world to Christ for His mercy. Because the atrocities that are being perpetrated by human beings created by God, it is unthinkable. The same wisdom God has given us, the same grace of the Spirit God has given us, we are using against Him. Sometimes tears will just drop. Not because I have induced it. Because you pray and you feel and you see how an innocent person is being plundered. The next time, as to how you get the information, somebody may come for a retreat, somebody may come and see you and will tell you what is happening to him, what is happening to her. And you can't but hold your tears. You only cry in the rain. Because mercy, which God gives to the world, I don't want to say has been put into a bottle. Everybody is seeking justice. Everybody is seeking the law. Everybody is seeking a pound of flesh. Everybody is using the word of God wrongly. First of all, the same people will go and ask God for mercy. We go and they are praying and they are asking for forgiveness of sins, and the way they will pray and make all the noise and gestures. But they get out there and the slander, gossip, backbiting, calumny, they met out to their neighbors. One cannot imagine it. So when St. Peter asked Jesus in Matthew 18, from verse 21 to 35, that question about forgiveness, how many times must I forgive my neighbor when he wrongs me? And he goes on to ask, is it 7 times? Why? Because the Jews prayed 7 times formally. And they believed that those moments were holy hours. And those holy hours, God showed mercy. But outside such holy hours, they could stone, they could fire, they could stab. Jesus says 77 times. And it tells a story about a servant who owed so much and pleaded for mercy. He was granted. And going out, meeting the one who owed him something small. That was also part of the reason why he couldn't raise the amount to account for. He heckled him, would not listen to the friend. Now the emphasis here is not because he demanded for his money. No, it is because he refused to show mercy to the one who owed him. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. He was forgiven. He didn't say, okay, come and pay later. He was forgiven. So he had no business exacting from the brother who didn't have. anybody who is remorseful of the sin he commits against us, we need to forgive. Now, this is what it means. If I'm working with you, you are my servant, you are my brother, you are my sister, you are my boss, and I feel you done something against me, I must tell you. I will not keep it and brood over it and start acting funny against you. No. I will tell you to make you know that you offended me. If you accept or not, mine is to tell you that you have offended me. If you don't accept, I've told you. If you accept, I've told you. If you say, I'm sorry, I won't fight you. If you say you're not sorry, I won't fight you. If tomorrow you commit the same or similar offense, I will still tell you. Me, I will not hold it against you. I don't have that time. Many people need intercession. I won't waste time on quarrel. And Christ didn't want to waste time on quarrel. He didn't want the disciples and would-be disciples to waste time quarreling and marking. So when you come, I must forgive you. Even if you don't come and I know you have offended me, and I tell you about it, it means that I've forgiven you. If I think that if I tell you, it's my waste of my energy, because at the time I will need the energy to do something better, I won't tell you, but I'll forgive you. If you commit again, I'll let you know that, look, you are still committing these things. The fact that I'm keeping does not mean that I can't talk about it, but I must forgive you. That is all the Lord is telling me. Now, will I go to forgive one person 77 times a day? We have 24 hours. Even every hour, nobody will sin against me. Every hour. I wonder if it will happen. Let alone to sin 77 times and come back 77 times. But He has stretched it so wide that it is so elastic that I can't but forgive. Because when I'm also in need of God's mercy, I will cry out. It is said, if you want to know how powerful the Lord is in redeeming a sinner, wait until you have an issue and you have been sentenced or prosecuted. That is when you look for an advocate, and you'll be so happy that somebody will say something on your behalf, and that mercy will be shown. That is when you see how the law is supposed to say. But unfortunately for us, we have become so individualistic that we can't imagine that we will forgive the person who offends us, let alone to forgive people who offend us, let alone to identify with people who are suffering because they have committed a certain sin. Already we are raising hands at Chinese. Yes, they have advanced technologically. Yes, science has advanced there. Yes, they might have thought that they were beyond God. They have been subdued. And in times like this, we have the likes of the prophets crying out for mercy. For your name's sake, O Lord, do not deliver us up forever, or make void your covenant. Do not take away your mercy from us, for the sake of Abraham, your beloved, Isaac, your servant, and Israel, your Holy One. I want to see, I believe that the church, the priests, the bishops in China are identifying with this prayer today. It will be unfortunate for me to think that it is not in Ghana yet. The virus, coronavirus, is not in Ghana, so it doesn't affect me. I must identify with all who are suffering in the world and say, Lord, we have sinned, finished, have mercy on us. But if I can't forgive you, the person I meet, the person who once loved me, I can't forgive him. How much more the one who is so far from me, who has committed certain sin and so is suffering? I feel the way we are treating this virus even in Ghana, when it has not reached here yet, as is the same way we treated Ebola. We are conscientizing ourselves to say that if anybody should have it in Ghana, the person will die out of stigmatization. If people should have it in Ghana, we shall ostracize them. It is not from quarantining somebody. Even that is difficult. And I can imagine that we will not have committed doctors, let alone chaplains, priests to go and minister to them. By the way, anytime there is such a disaster, wherever they need a priest, I'll be ready to go. If anybody needs, I'll go. But it will be difficult in our time. The way we are treating this, to the extent that even in the church, we want to have certain limitation to the mystery of the Eucharist. And because we do that religiously, to the extent that we make fun doing peace, we are talking, saying things, when it's a serious time at the time. We should be careful. Because we have attached spiritual implication to it. If somebody should suffer, we will not be there, we will not show mercy. And yet, if it is us, we will cry and hope that the whole world will come and save us. Before you sleep today, imagine that it is your sister, your daughter, who went to study in China and has called you that mommy, daddy, brother, sister, I have it. I have been diagnosed. And use that same heart to pray for them. Even if you don't have any family member traveling outside Ghana. May God preserve us as a nation. May God preserve us as He preserved us when Ebola spread out. And even as He preserves us, may He put into our hearts a merciful gesture that we cry with them and we cry on their behalf and we cry for them, that God will show mercy on them. Peace and joy.